Test your history knowledge. In which year did the French Revolution begin? (1789). Who was the first President of the United States? George Washington. Which ancient civilization built the Great Pyramid of Giza? Egyptians. The Magna Carta was signed in which country? England. Who was the famous queen of ancient Egypt who allied with Julius Caesar? Cleopatra. In which year did World War II end? (1945). The Renaissance began in which European country? Italy. Who was the primary author of the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. Which empire was ruled by Julius Caesar? Roman Empire. The fall of the Berlin Wall occurred in which year? (1989). Who was the leader of the Soviet Union during World War II? Joseph Stalin. The Black Death plague ravaged Europe in which century? (14th century). Which explorer is credited with discovering the Americas in 1492? Christopher Columbus. The Battle of Waterloo saw the final defeat of which leader? Napoleon Bonaparte. Which city was the capital of the Byzantine Empire? Constantinople. Who was the famous nurse during the Crimean War known as the Lady with the Lamp? Florence Nightingale. The Industrial Revolution first began in which country? Great Britain. Which U.S. president issued the Emancipation Proclamation? Abraham Lincoln. The ancient city of Troy is located in which modern-day country? Turkey. Who was the first human to travel into outer space? Yuri Gagarin. The Titanic sank in which year? 1912. Which civilization is known for the Code of Hammurabi? Babylonians. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Margaret Thatcher. The Apollo 11 moon landing occurred in which year? (1969). Which war was fought between the North and South regions of the USA? Civil War. The Long March was a significant event in the history of which country? China. Who was the king of Macedon who conquered the Persian Empire? Alexander the Great. Which treaty officially ended World War I? Treaty of Versailles. The Aztec Empire was centered in which modern-day country? Mexico. Who was the leader of the Indian independence movement against British rule? Mahatma Gandhi. The Wright brothers made their first powered flight in which year? (1903). Which document begins with the words, "We the people"? U.S. Constitution. The Vietnam War ended in which year? (1975). Who was the famous Mongol leader who founded the Mongol Empire? Genghis Khan. The apartheid system was legally enforced in which country? South Africa. Which ancient wonder was located in the city of Alexandria? The lighthouse. The Cold War was a period of tension primarily between the USA and which other power? Soviet Union. Who was the British Prime Minister during most of World War II? Winston Churchill. The invention of the printing press is credited to whom? Johannes Gutenberg. Which empire built the Taj Mahal? Mughal Empire. The samurai were the warrior class of which country? Japan. Who was the American civil rights leader who delivered the "I Have a Dream" speech? Martin Luther King Jr.